It's time to get on here and share 5 things that I've learned from this 4,000-mile road trip that didn't have an end. And really, it still doesn't. I'm on a little bit of a break, but it will pick up again. So, 5 things that I've learned. The first thing is about anxiety. No amount of anxiety that you have is going to change what may or may not happen in the future. So, let it go and enjoy the ride. Second is about money. And I know there's a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety about money in our lives. It's just how we've been programmed. But I tell you what, when you go on an adventure like this, so just a little bit about me. When I left on this adventure, I think there was $200 in my bank account. And I planned to go thousands of miles. Obviously, those two things don't match, right? Well, I've trusted and just knew that it was going to work out. And what do you know? Like, just when I would need it, I would sell an art piece and it would be enough to get the gas, the food to get to my next location. And what a cool way to travel, because everything's going to work out. Like, money is not what really matters in this world. It's the experience that does. And when you go out and you do the things that you love and you experience the things that you want to experience, money's going to happen. You just got to believe it's going to be there, and magically it is. The third thing I've learned is about love. This gets a little hard because, I'm 48 now, and I'd spent, I don't even know, 20 plus years married, 2 different marriages. But in those marriages, I really believed that I needed to experience things with somebody, that I needed to have the love of somebody else in order for me to feel complete enough to take an adventure or to experience new things, because I felt like I needed to have somebody to reminisce about those adventures with. Well, that's not true. That's not true. I am plenty. I am plenty. I can go on these experiences and share my photos with anybody who cares to see them. And that's kind of the same. It's kind of like, hey, here's what I experienced. Here's what I've learned. But being alone on these trips gives me the flexibility to go where I want to go and see what I want to see. I've done things I wouldn't have been able to do had I had a travel partner with me. I could get up at 4 in the morning and walk miles down railroad tracks to a secret waterfall. I can do that without justifying it or without asking permission or trying to convince somebody. I can just do it because I want to do it. And that's been a huge learning for me, that I'm good enough with just me. Okay, the fourth thing is about rules. And yeah, societal rules are important, and there's certain things that you just gotta follow. Red lights, speeding, like whatever, like stuff that you just gotta take care of. But some rules, I think, can be pushed or a little bit broken. And I mentioned that walkway down the railroad to the hidden waterfall. That is technically not a legal thing to do, but I mean, who's going to stop you? You have to go across some private property. You have to access railroad tracks that theoretically are private property, but the land that the waterfall is on, sorry for the cat, is public. You just got to get there. And so that's one example. Things like sleeping in your car overnight. I like, without a lot of money, I wasn't affording hotels every night, that's for sure. So sleeping in the back of my Jeep with an air mattress, and you got to like find a place to spend the night, and sometimes you got to push those limits. There was a couple times where, one time specifically, where it didn't work out and I woke up with a spotlight in my face, but hey, whatever. I think we're on this world as one, and there's things that we need to experience, certain views that we need to get. Some of the waterfalls that I went to had, no access points, or points that they didn't want you to go beyond for safety reasons. And I get it. They don't want to clean up after you should things go wrong. But that's where the greatest views are sometimes. So sometimes you got to break a rule to get the great view. The fifth thing that I learned on this trip is trust. And I mentioned it earlier, but just trust that things are going to work. You're going to meet the people you need to meet. The money's going to come from somewhere. I don't know, the universal bank account, whatever that is going to provide for you. And sometimes it's a little bit scary, but then again, that goes back to that anxiety. Like, why feel scared about something that hasn't happened yet? We need to let that go and just trust. And over this 4,000 miles, I have met incredible people filled with love and adventure, and Some of those people ended up buying some prints, ended up supporting me on my trip. People have come out and offered me a place to stay. I am so incredibly grateful for that. I didn't ask for any of that. I just knew that I could take care of myself and I'd be okay no matter what, no matter where I went, I'd be okay. And what do you know? When you start trusting like that, people come out and they help you because you're giving off that energy, and you're somebody who they want to help. And my goodness, that feels good. And I am so incredibly grateful for those people who have come into my life, come back into my life, offered a place to stay, offered a tank of gas, bought a picture, whatever it is. You're in my heart forever, and it is going to come back to you. And it comes back to the whole concept of trust and giving. And there's that quote that says, give when you can't and you'll receive when you need, or something like that. And I really, really like that. And, it's just, we're all together. We're all one on this journey of life together. And we got to trust in ourselves, trust that we're going to be taken care of, do what's right in our heart, take that inspired action when we feel it, and just know that we're going to be okay. We're going to be taken care of. Trust the universe and trust the people in your life. Okay, a bonus lesson here. I want to talk about wealth and freedom. I really believe that being rich is having money and being wealthy is having time and freedom. Under that, I am the wealthiest person who's ever been. I have the ability to just get in my car and go. And yeah, that means I have a car that works sometimes, hopefully, and the ability to get in that car and just drive where I want to drive and experience that place. And yeah, that's something that not everybody has. Some people only have their legs. Some people don't even have that. And we just have to figure out how we can have that individual freedom for ourselves, however that looks for you. And when you have that freedom, you have ultimate wealth. And I would far rather have this freedom than be rich and chained to a desk or to someone else's schedule. That does not work for me. And maybe it works for you, and that's okay because it's a means to an end and it'll get you where you want to go. Great. For me, and maybe for you too, that ultimate freedom and ultimate wealth comes in being free. I really hope you'll subscribe to this channel and follow this journey as it expands. Heading to Ojai, California next, and then potentially Morro Bay after that, and who knows where after that. And I don't know what I'm going to learn. I don't know who I'm going to meet. I don't know exactly how it's all going to be paid for. I don't know. But come along for the journey. It'll be so much fun.